Some people might not like the sound of it. I leave this area and head out to my own class. Today we are getting our exam results back, so you're gonna have to wear that maid outfit. There's nothing to worry about. I just know I'll pass like I always do. You sleep in class. You sleep in class. Don't be too full of yourself. Okay, can you hear me? Guy, how much did you score? I scored 71% even without studying. He's gonna be like 66.5 or something. Loud works. Told you, don't get too cocky. 92! So he scored 92%. I studied really hard for this, so I deserve to win. Fine. I admit to my defeat, but next time I will win for sure. I brought the maid outfit. I brought the maid outfit uniform with me just in case. I suddenly remember a bet. Things were not as fun anymore. Things were not fun anymore. Are you kidding? You made that deal. Don't go back on it. Come on, get changed. I sighed deeply and grabbed the bag from Leo's hand. I make my way to the restroom to get changed. Short while later, I return quickly to the classroom. I do not want to be seen by a lot of people. Leo G smirks upon noticing my presence. What the heck, Leo G? Did you buy this from a prankster? Oh, don't tell me it's gonna be like really, dude. I don't want. I think I'm gonna just do this for a minute. No, a cosplay marker. I didn't think it would look like this, but it's nice on you. Okay, I think everything's okay. A little bit. I glared at him with a dark expression before I could step to him. Ikea joins the scene. She whistles after looking at me from top to bottom. I just lost the bet. Don't think that I will ever wear this again. I flip my hair and go to my seat. At that moment, I become conscious of all the classmates staring at me. If only I had studied. Like I said, Yogi explained to Mr. Blanchard about my outfit, and he allowed this one-time exception for breaking the school code. Now you would have, yeah, this should have been done on the weekend. Okay, this weekend you have to wear this on Saturday while we're out. That would have made more sense, but you cannot wear this at a school thing. Classes, so he should have been getting in trouble for that, the teacher, instead of being like, no, you gotta change. Classes passed by quickly, and it occurred to me that it's almost the holidays. I'm not really looking forward to them. My friends are going to a trip, so I will not be able to see them as often. I did my best to pay attention during math, but my focus shifted to the two classmates whispering to each other. I started Exodus training this week. It's going to be so awesome. I'm going to expel evil spirits and maybe even the forest demon. After we drive all them away, this disappearance will finally stop, and then we can live in peace. It sounds like a waste of time. I'm serious. The demon is the cause of all this chaos. There'll be a ceremony at the shrine on Saturday. You should join me. Together we will expel the demon. You're dumb. That boy is dumb. it's on. I was afraid it was muted for a minute. That's too unrealistic for students to do. Exorcism are not in my league anyway. Even if you're not going to join as a trainee, you can come watch me. You'll experience something awesome. Normally, people won't get a chance. This chance, you're lucky with friends. Oh, fuck off. Fine, I have nothing to do. Nothing on my schedule anyway. It's bad ZEIKUN hasn't done anything wrong. Yet, even everyone thinks he's evil. I have to tell him about what they're planning. A few days later, I have not seen Kachi since that day. I expected him to come after me again, but it seems like he's behaving himself after my warning. Ikura has also been looking fine and attending class regularly. ZEIKUN has been on my mind for these past days. I keep worrying about if he was discovered or not. Something bad happened to him. I tried to visit the forest, but there was too many investigators on standby, making it impossible to find an opening to slip through. After I head to class, I head to the library to borrow a few books from Ikura and Ryoji. While I'm here, I decided to research more about the demon. It is not surprising that there's a library that has many books about it. I take every book related to the temples. Nights at the Temple, a comedy horror series about a regular priest whose life changes forever after he accidentally finds a stone deity statue walking around when the moon rises. Don't do that, you want real books. There's even fictional about it, not exactly what I'm looking for, but I was unaware of how popular the theme is. Hey Sky, did I tell you they already caught one of the murderers? What, really? The traces led us to the abandoned mansion where we found him dead. Roya! We initially assumed that it was a suicide, but there were signs of a struggle, so he was probably killed. We had yet to identify him, but he's our age. A student was responsible for all the cruel killing. Was there anything odd about him? What do you mean? Well, I was kidnapped. Maybe it's the same person. Have your memories returned, Ikura? I've been doing my best to remember what happened, but I think you're strong enough to do it. No, I'm sure the real culprit is still out there somehow. I think Sky's right. The killer we found was acting individually. It's obvious when you look at the killing method. Ryoji, what will the cops do if the culprit, I don't know, happens to be a supernatural? I don't know. It's never happened. Besides, there are even supernaturals in the village. Yes. How are you two so sure, especially you, Sky? Tell me what the skeptic has experienced. What I'm about to tell, are you going to tell him about the demon? Don't think that's a good idea. What I'm about to tell you may sound ridiculous, but I'm going to give it a try anyway. I was kidnapped by a okay. You're going to tell them both. By a Shinkami, and the demon came to my rescue. He also saved me multiple times when I was on the verge of death. There are many rumors going about him, but barely any of them are true. Him? Are you sure he was the demon? The real forest demon was sealed away, but he's just a relative of hers. I saw it with my own eyes when he transformed into a demon. A lot of blame is being put on him, even though he had nothing to do with it. Are you referring to the crimson hair man who saved me? Yeah, he's the current forest demon. Well, I knew there was something mysterious about him. Never thought he was hiding this. After what you told us, it makes sense. I feel bad what he's going through. Rumors are one thing, but people that keep them going are something else. You're right, Akira. We guys had a Leoja who seems to be deep in thought. Would he believe us? He's the only person who hasn't experienced anything strange like this so far. Alright, I'll give you guys a benefit of the doubt. I mean, even Ikuria trusted the demon when she was so scared of him in the beginning. Anyway, it seems the remaining murderers is hiding behind the forest demon rumors and feeding off the attention. The fact that the matter is the murderers are still ongoing, and we haven't, did Roya and those twins start going together or something? Can't remember. It's ongoing and we haven't even identified all the perpetrators yet. I'm with you on this. I'm embarrassed to say that the cops haven't been able to make much progress. They have been working hard, yet the number of victims continue to increase. At some point, they even questioned if there's a role in the team slowing down the investigation. Pretty sure there is. And they had to keep track of each investigator. It was not the case, obviously. But Leoji, the team did make progress. If it weren't from the private cards, I think more victims would have fell. I understand your frustration, but please don't blame yourself. Ikira swings an arm around Leoji's shoulder, and gives him a reassuring smile. Leoji nods slowly in response and rubs the back of his neck. I know he's been working very hard to solve the cases as well. You should at least have a few leads after all the investigations you've been doing. Well, I've asked Ikura to help with reporting suspicious people. And I think you should tell Sky since you experienced it firsthand. I saw someone walk on a wall like he defied gravity and walked straight up like it was nothing. Are you sure you didn't dream it? It was early evening. I was on my way home when I saw it. I think the person was chasing someone. Your story makes the situation even more creepy. Walking on the walls can definitely help your hide your tracks. Even so, we haven't found any clues on the walls of the crime scene, so it probably isn't related. I'll keep that in mind, though, for now. By the way, are you still looking into new residents? We only have a few left to check up on. But they are still on the list of suspects. But if it happens to be none of them, that's one less possibility. We continue bouncing theories until the sky grew dark. I wanted to do more research, so I stayed a bit longer while Ikuria and Leoji head home. There's a whole archive on information about the forest demon. Curious, I browsed through it. One of the oldest records mentions a female voice. It would give people advice of how to solve their problems using dark energy. It was not reported what these people ended up doing. My grandmother was such a pain. Oh, he's there. Save. A sudden voice startles me as I drop the document, paper scattered on the floor. I guess he's not like hiding himself or something, like doing different clothes. I turned to see ZEIKUN behind me. Behind the bookshelf, he looked in my direction with his arms crossed. His presence surprises me. The library is the last place I would expect him to encounter him. Doing research on the demon, I can simply tell you about her. I nodded and scrambled to the floor to pick up the papers. He moves out of the shadow and extends his hand using a string of light to collect the papers I dropped. With that method, he does not need to bend down at all. Once he hands the pile to me, we both take a seat at a nearby table with him opposite of me. I'm so dazed at his appearance. I quickly check my surroundings and notice no one else is around. Or Chi-Chi is still around behind a bookshelf. ZEIKUN focuses on me and he leans on his arm, seeming to be waiting for me to say something. Hi ZEIKUN, I didn't know you were familiar with this place. It is my first time here. Our people collect and share information in a place called the library. I was curious about what humans are interested in, only to find a bunch of lies. Well, not everything is true according to history. We have so many fictional stories here. I know that much, but I'm talking about is a historical section. How can you be sure it's authentic? See, there's nothing else we can rely on. It's not like we were at the event. So stupid if you believe everything. What should I believe in then? I feel like he takes me for someone stupid. You are. You are stupid. But I did not know what else to say other than my honest opinion. I crossed my arms, feeling insecure that he's looking down on me. Silence falls between us. After a moment, he turns to me. His expression softens as he starts speaking. Oh, here we go. Many characters we haven't seen. The forest has been guarded by my bloodline for generations. I keep the memories of my ancestors. It's a passing ritual. Obviously, I don't remember everything, but what is forgotten can't be passed on. The previous successors, my grandmother, is the reason things went wrong. I don't blame her. She went mad. Oh, is that her? She went mad because she was driven into a corner, and that caused the rumors to form and spread. What about your parents? Did the guardian skip a generation? My father was supposed to be her successor, but he accidentally got caught up in some sort of summoning ritual. The humans feared his appearance and killed him right after. Oh, that's the father, and that must be the mom. My mother was there too, but she was unable to help my father. She received all the blame after my grandmother found out what happened to her son. This is how I lost both of my parents. Wait, did your grandmother kill her own daughter-in-law? Are you feeling sorry for me? Mourning over their death won't bring them back. I can only treasure the memories I had with them. The best I can remember, I can do is remember. I will rest my arm on the table and gaze down. I will never forgive my grandmother for causing another loss, but she was all I had. Little ZEIKUN stares at the back of the woman's bloody clothes, the one he addresses as his grandmother. The grassy field is drenched with dark liquid, and the body lying at the grandmother's feet. That is you, ZEIKUN. Ma? She has gone to sleep. Let her rest for a while. Why is she sleeping out in the open? Don't worry about that, Z. It is best to leave her alone for a while. I'm not oblivious, Grandma. Save your innocent talk for someone else. As your son, I have the right to know why you do it. Leave. No! I said leave. Leave now. Once little ZEIKUN turns his back, the woman approaches him with an ominous expression. She raises her arms at the child. No! Knowing she's up to something, ZEIKUN turns around, and just then the woman wraps her arms around him. Your mother betrayed my son. I had to do this. Forgive me for what I have done. You're still so young. I'm sorry. So sorry. The only child I have ever had was taken away from me. I can't. The woman holds little ZEIKUN tightly in her arms while she starts crying. Between her sobs, she tries to speak. You're the only relative I have left. I will take care of you, and I will raise you like my own son. I want to pass the duty as a forest guardian to someone in my bloodline, but Grandmother clutches the child so hard that her nails dig into his shoulder. Damn, calm down. Don't injure the kid. Little ZEIKUN keeps himself still even when it's starting to bleed. Seeing his grandmother like this, he places his hands on top of hers. It'll be alright, Grandma. I'm stunned after ZEIKUN shares a memory like this. I can barely comprehend how he must have felt during that moment. ZEIKUN, it happened a long time ago. At that time, I did not understand what was going on, but I have a different opinion now. The incident, is that how your grandmother changed her view of humans? Not really. Why else would she kill my mother first instead of going straight for the villagers? She wasn't pleased by the incidents, of course, but she left them alone for the most part. Wrong move. However, the other demons started to appear in the village. They killed and ate a ton of spirits living in the forest. Grandmother couldn't deal with them all by herself, so she asked the villagers for help. She reluctantly passed blessings onto them, granting powers. They helped, but then turned against her after a while. Meanwhile, the other demons influenced the villagers. She wasn't the only one using this card. She had to deal with both demons and villagers, so being alone, she sought for power. In the end, she was sealed away and died, holding on to her beliefs. I'm speechless after listening to the story. The puzzle is slowly coming together in my head. However, since this is ZEIKUN's return the event. Some pieces are missing. He could be lying to you, but this is a sad story, yes, but he could be lying to you. Hey, ZEIKUN, thank you for telling me this. It's in the past. No one, it's in the past. No one is bothered with it anymore. But it left marks that continue to this day. Your grandmother's mistake of trusting the wrong people may have an influence on you, but you choose your own path. I'm not in a place to say, considering how people treated you, but I hope you will see a different light. You can shift his gaze to me at my last words. He seems to be thinking, but finally snorts and stays in silence. Shortly after the library closes, ZEIKUN walks me home, and it appears he is going the same direction too. Oh, look at the moon! I haven't seen that before. Eclipse moon? I give him a grateful smile before parting ways. A few days pass eventually. What is the weather being like now? Still cloudy? I think they will clear up. Okay. A few days had passed by. Eventually, I go to class as usual, but I cannot get ZEIKUN's story out of my head. On my way from the canteen, I hear a conversation between my teacher and a woman. How are your students? They have been doing well. I warned them, like you had told me. Such events happen in this village. Such events never happened in this village before. How dangerous is this person? I cannot reveal too much about our investigation, as it may cause misinformation to spread. But I will say that the mystery around the disappearance and death is more complex than it seems. There may not be the only one person involved. It must sound ridiculous, but we're thinking of taking those rumors about the forest demon into consideration. We believe the killer is hiding behind the demon's name, so understanding the rumors might give us a clue to their patterns. If you have anything to contribute, we'll be gladly want to hear it. I'll be glad to help. Thinking about it, I don't know much about negative rumors around the demon, but I recall the contents in my textbooks a while ago. The dark truth is never mentioned in it. My curiosity piqued once again. I make a quick stop at the library to borrow some books about the subject and head straight home. I try to keep my thoughts together as I browse through the books. ZEIKUN had told me about his grandmother, but very little about everything else. Even though the stories are not about him specifically, I want to know what rumors he has been dealing with. Many locals have believed the result of a curse brought about to the village and sought through the priest to drive the demons away. Their effort looked futile and all hope seemed to be lost. One day, several blessed individuals appeared. They managed to steal the demon away forever. It makes sense that the blessed people are able to fight against the demon, are blessed, passed down through generations. That would mean my ancestors steal ZEIKUN's grandmother away. In the legend of the demon cursed a few villagers that part of the street. This curse is passed from generation to generation, and now I'm collecting the current cursed souls before the cycles can continue. However, not everyone was at ease. Some believed it was not the only demon that lived in the forest. Others thought the curse still lingered. No one had seen anything in the forest of late. Biologists and priests have proven the forest is safe, but fear still lies in people's hearts. Right now, their fear is directed towards ZEIKUN, even though he has nothing to do with this grandmother's past. He doesn't want to be involved, yet is forced to. It is really hopeless to convince the villagers. That the current forest demon is not dangerous. Suddenly I hear a noise close by. My guess might be off, but it sounds like it came from the roof. Shinigami. I ignore it, but then I hear the same thing again. What could be making such noise at this hour? Unable to help my curiosity, I go to the next room and cautiously open the door to the balcony. I look up to check up. In my surprise, I see ZEIKUN sitting on the roof. The marshmallow puppet randomly appeared and floated towards ZEIKUN. They seem to have missed him. How long have... Upon noticing me, he glanced down. Don't mind me, just go ahead and sleep. I can't now that you're on my roof. There are too many investigators in the forest. I can't rest easy with them crowding around the temple. The only place I can think of is your neighborhood. It's pretty quiet. I'm only going to stay for a short while. You could have asked me and I would have let you in. He does not reply as he stares at the sky. I follow his gaze and take in a breath. The sky looks beautiful at the sunset. I wish I could have sat next to him so we could have watched it together. As if he heard my thoughts, he suddenly stands up and comes over to me. He reaches his hand out and helps me climb up. Oh, look at this. He guides me to wherever he was before. We sit next to each other. Thank you. Oh, cute. We watch the sky quietly. His quick, familiar movements tells me this is not the first time he's sat here. It never occurred to me to look up at the roof every time I get home. I remember Kochi said about not taking Ikuya because someone was here, and I realized that he has not returned yet must be of ZEIKUN. He may not admit it, but I'm thankful he's guiding me. So he really kept his words that he would visit me. You don't like the village, yet you still come here. Yeah, I know. Though it has been a while since I've walked in the room, it feels different from the last time I stayed. Last time there was priests in every corner of the village. There are less now, but the residents are still protected by demon warding spells. I guess things haven't changed at all. Did you really give up on clearing your name? Deacon squeezed and closed his eyes and take a deep breath. I thought I was being annoying, saying the same things again, but he turns to look at me and speaks in a soft voice. If it were that simple. I did try to convince him before. I even spent some time around the village in disguise. In the beginning, I was curious what story was going on, but at some point I realized I was better off not knowing. I even tried to fighting the rumors. With other rumors, nothing worked. It was just, oh sorry, you okay, baby? Just not everyone is accepting as you are, Sky. His words struck a chord in my chest. I do not know how to reply to him. In some way it feels so sad. How many generations will it take for things to change? I wish not to be involved, but it's not something I can decide. Even if I try, it always backfires on me, taking the man with the guns. We never met before, but he knew what I was instantly. Chain might have not been the best person to represent the rest of the village, but Deacon must have been left with a bad impression after that incident. Maybe I should introduce him to Kiara. She's grateful that he had saved her from Kachi. You shouldn't give up on yet. Those villagers aren't bothered with your presence. Also, my friend is thankful for what you did. She won't forget that. Suddenly, I feel his hand touching my head. He gently strokes it before speaking in a gentle tone. I can handle this. You should worry more about the kidnappers in the village. Perhaps you should stay with the police for a while. Even the corrupted spirits stay away from the place where many people stay guarded. I'm already planning to stay at Leoji's place. It does not take long before night falls. The color of the sky gets replaced by dark hues and shining stars. I would love to see this in the sky. It has been a while since I went stargazing. It is simple yet breathtaking experience. I have been so occupied. One day I want to move to somewhere where I can look at the stars. Like the actual stars. I've been occupied with myself and the other people recently that I forgot to appreciate finer things in life. Sitting here with Deacon feels so comfortable that I start feeling sleepy. A yawn escapes my mouth and Deacon notices. You should go to sleep. No, thank you. I want to stay a bit longer with you. He closes his eyes with a soft smile on his face. I noticed that he's been smiling a lot more often lately. I never know what to do whenever I see him like that. You have been going to many places past these few days. You seem tired. Go sleep. You need the rest. I won't go anywhere. He keeps insisting, so I finally give in. After he helps me get down, I go back to my room. Someone came in while the door was open. What he would have seen, I guess. I don't know. 1 week later, I think I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching, and I'm gonna go. Gonna stay here for a bit and chat. It's really good. Really good. I like it. You can join my Discord to know when I'm live. Discord. And I will post it in the YouTube area too, don't worry. Discord for the YouTube. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. This has been a real good thing. Very intrigued with this. I love it even more than the Corrado one, even though it has a little favorite to him. But I love this one more, and I might like the others too. But I am going to go. But thank you guys for watching. Bye.